Going to the game, I'm going to be playing Talon jungle and show you why he is one of the strongest junglers right now. In this matchup, we're currently up against Blue Kayn, and in a Talon versus Blue Kayn, this is an advantage for Talon, especially in the early game, since we farm faster and have more impact, especially once we have access to our ultimate. What Kayn players usually want to do is to be able to farm up and get their form as soon as possible so that they could get that big power spike. We place a control ward on the bot side just in case, because usually what Kayn players want to do is invade level 1, and this would help prevent this or even give us information where they are. We start at the blue side, and one thing to do when playing Talon jungle is that you'd always want to use your second skill to hit at least 2 camps. That way, you would be able to proc your passive as soon as possible, and this would help your overall clear. The clear that I'm doing is a blue side clear into Raptors, red, and then we could either go for an invade, scuttle, or if we have no priority, we just go to our Krugs. The reason why Talon has so much options as compared to the other junglers is because his clear is so fast, and this could give him time to be able to invade the enemy jungle, especially if they have a slow clear. When clearing the Raptors, you'd always want to use your second W to be able to go for a double camp, and with this, we're able to easily proc the passive onto the red buff, giving us a much faster clear. After taking this, we have the third skill to be able to go through walls. We see that Scuttle is still open, and since Kayn clear is kinda fast, he's able to be in time to contest, but we have our first skill plus Smite to be able to secure this Scuttle, and this would give us level 5 at about the 2-minute mark. Knowing that their jungle is in the bot side and our bot lane has priority, it's kinda hard to gank the Karma Zeri, especially since they are quite healthy. What we do instead is to recall and buy our first item. We go for the armor pen boots, since this gives us more move speed and increases our damage, which makes our burst a lot stronger. We see that Kayn is going for the top scuttler, and I immediately ping since we want to contest this. Their Kayn hasn't gotten back to base, and even though we did not secure the Scott, he's already out of position, and we have enough move speed and damage to be able to take him down. Echo, nice ultimate. Their pike arrives, but it's already too late, and we get a free reward as well. With this gives us the perfect opportunity to farm since our ultimate is on cooldown. Another tip about Talon is that you'd always want to full clear all of your camps before doing anything, since his clear is super fast. Talon is one of the few champions that can consistently get 1k gold per minute because of the fact that his mobility is really fast, and with the help of first strike, he would be able to get a lot of gold from bursting the opponents. Blue is now up. Always use your first skill on melee form to get that additional damage as well as to help your passive proc faster. We go for another full clear. Always look at the map if there's anything going on. Luckily, there's no fight right now, but with my ultimate off cooldown, I can go for a possible fight. Seeing that the pike is low but under the tower, it's kinda hard. So we go for a possible gank in the bot lane instead. Check the enemy camps if they're up. Perfect timing. Grom just spawned, and we should be able to clear this without any problem. We get another level. Take a look at the bot side again if there's any opportunity. Wait if Thresh can hit a possible hook. Perfect. Catch onto the Zeri. We go for the Karma instead because the Zeri was able to jump. Nice trap by the Caitlyn. Kayn gets the ulti off me. Wait for the Pike to use his ultimate. We get a perfect dodge. Take down the jungler as well. Very surprising that their entire team was also there. But overall, at least we're able to get a 1-for-1 trade. Their Pike is still trying to look for a fight, but knowing that he has no ultimate, there's no way that we would get taken down. Our Echo though, I don't know what he's doing there. He just got caught for free. And now we have to play a bit safe. But overall, it's fine because The most important thing is that we're able to get kills. Ghostblade is now up, so this should make our burst a lot stronger. Bot lane, there's still a fight going on after 1 minute. We try to catch the Pyke with 1 HP. Unfortunately, Karma has shield. We're forced to go away. The objectives are now up, and what we're doing now is trying to poke down the opponent so that they can't start this as easily as they want to. We go for the recall. We have Ghostblade plus our third skill to give us a lot of mobility. Their Kayn is low. This is why they can't start it, and this would give us tempo advantage. If they try to contest, they haven't gotten back to base, while our team was able to regen by items, so generally, we should be stronger at this state of the game. They're trying to force the dragon. We're here to contest. Use our second skill to poke down the opponent. Echo, good job taking down the jungle. And with this, dragon should be free and open for the taking. Q plus smite to be able to take it down. My ultimate is up again, so we go for a burst onto the Pyke. Proc the passive. He lives with 1 HP. Unfortunately, Pyke is just broken. He has unlimited regen. Gwen arriving, try to poke her. Immediately kite back, and with Aatrox arriving into the scene, everyone in the enemy team is 1 HP, and we're able to win the fight as well. Pretty long fight, but this gives us an opportunity to contest Herald as well. Looking at the tab though, we know that their Kayn is now evolved, so this should make him a bit more scarier. We pulled the Herald having zero vision on where they are, especially since my smite is still on cooldown. We wanna try to look for pickoffs first. Now it's up. Now we could start this. Another smite plus Q onto the objective. Kayn out of position, but since he's able to go away, we go for the Gwen instead. Use my second skill to poke again to slow the opponent so that my team can catch up. With the Herald buff, we secure this tower, summon it at mid. Their Karma, Zeri, good job on their part, going for a mid push to prevent the first tower from going down. Meanwhile, this is what I mean wherein Blue Kayn and Talon is quite even at the mid stage. It's basically whoever is able to make more pickoffs or whoever is able to engage first. So if Blue Kayn finds me, goes for the combo, I just die. Likewise, if I find the Kayn and I combo first, he just dies. This is usually what happens in the assassin matchup. We're able to get first tower, and with all of our camps up, I just want to farm this again. Even though I see that there's a fight going on in the mid lane, I assume that they should be fine. And after taking the red, there's still a fight, and this is the time where I could help. Look to see if I can catch anyone, but with my teammates behind, we'll just get the scuttler. Continue my farm, taking the Krugs as my last camp, and with my whole jungle side clear, this is the perfect opportunity to either make a play or go for a recall. Since my Edge of Night is not yet completed, I'm trying to look for some gold. Even an invade or just proccing my first strike would do. Our Caitlyn gets caught in a bad position. Even though Zeri flashes in, I am out of position, forced to use my ultimate to go out, and at least we're able to get some gold. I have no idea why Thresh is trying to 1v3. At least Echo is there to cover the lane and try to clear the wave. And with this back, we get Edge of Night, which is really good against their composition. It prevents us from getting bursted down by Kayn and can prevent crowd control from the Pyke. With everything stabilizing, we just clear the mid lane because my teammate is all at the bot side. We want to take at least one more wave before doing anything else. But since there's a fight happening right now, we immediately respond. The tower is 1 HP. Unfortunately, they're not able to take it down. So we'll try to catch the Karma. He's able to escape. But with the Caitlyn ult, Karma does a really good thing covering for her ADC. In the end, 2 for 2 exchange, but we're able to get a tower. Their Kayn does a play in the opposite side, tries to catch the Aatrox, very out of position. Yup, did not respect the Talon third skill. At least we're able to get another kill, even though our Aatrox died. Their tier 2 tower is super low. Caitlyn is able to take it by herself, and this is really worth it for us. Even though they take our tier 1 top, there's no more plates, so the Gwen shouldn't get as much gold. With the objective spawning in 1 second, I look at the positioning of my team. They're all so far. I don't know why they're 3 top with this dragon up. We should have the advantage. They already have bounty. I think we're up like 3 to 4k right now. That's why I'm waiting for my team to arrive. Luckily, the opposing team hasn't started the dragon yet. So this should be a standard 5v5 fight. When in this type of fight, we always want to look for a possible flank. Our Thresh gets caught out of position. I don't know what he was doing there. So we have no choice but to flip this objective. Luckily, we're able to secure this with all of the bursts that we have. And this is the perfect time to exit. If my team is fighting, I have no idea what they're doing there. Kayn though catches our ADC, but we're here to help. We have our Ghost Blade and third skill to be able to chase the Kayn. The Talon-Kayn interaction is kind of funny because Kayn can go through walls while Talon can jump through walls. So it's kind of hard to catch one another with all of the mobility both champions have. With this back, we immediately buy Triforce, and the reason why we buy this as a third item is because not only do we need a bit of more durability, this also helps to increase our burst. Third item is situational depending on the enemy team. If they're all tanky, then you could go for the Cyril Just Grudge. But in this case, we need a bit more damage as well as HP so that we just don't get insta-popped by the Kayn or the Pyke ult. Baron is now up. We want to go for a bit of counter jungling. Stasis, another good item against their lineup. Allows me to dodge the Pyke ult as well as the Kayn burst. And look at this positioning. I find him first, even though he has his ult. Triforce gives me a bit of durability, and we're able to take down the enemy jungler. With their jungler down, I want to start the objective. But since my team is not yet in position, we try to see if we can poke anyone. Zeri, very mobile with the Karma Shield plus the jump. Then here, I ping the Baron. But with the Gwen checking it out, there's a high chance that they will look at this. Karma, Zeri also arriving, and with this ward, I tell my team to back off. Their Kayn is already alive, but you know what? With everyone here, let's just start it. This is very risky, but knowing that their jungler is not yet there, we have no choice but to finish this. We're able to secure this, and we immediately need to run out. I see that Kayn is arriving, so I preemptively flash because he has his ult to be able to chase me down. And overall, even though it looks kinda disaster, it's a 2 for 1 plus Baron, which is something that we will take. The only reason why we were able to take Baron so fast is because Talon's passive is just giga-broken against camps and objectives. We cover mid, we don't want to give the mid tier 1. Clear our camps again. There's a big wave bottom lane. I have no idea why no one is there. So after clearing the Raptors, we just go and take it for ourselves. First strike gold is now at 739. Still playing a flawless game so far. We haven't died yet. And this is something that we wanna consistently do. Because the moment we die, we lose pressure and we give a big shutdown to the enemy team. Looking at the lineups, I think their late game is much stronger, especially since they have Gwen, which is a 1v9 champion later on. Karma Zeri, good supplements as well. Look for someone to face check, catch the Karma. She has stasis, try to catch her, but she has flash, it's fine. We burn the flash stasis, which is really good, especially since the next objective is spawning soon. Another thing to note about Talon is that once he reaches level 13, his ultimate cooldown is super low and is something that you could easily spam every time. This makes it that you could even poke with your ultimate, and if you're able to burn an exhaust or stasis, then it's gonna be super worth it. We go back to base, buy Guardian Angel, and prepare for the dragon fight. Since Soul is on the line, we would want to get this, but our Aatrox is a bit out of position. Thresh gets a hook onto Pyke. Look for the ADC who's out of position. Immediately burst her. Go through all of the walls, get a slow onto the enemy, and they just got destroyed right there. Omega outplayed. Kayn is the only one left. He's trying to escape even though we have no ulti. Since we're super ahead, we easily catch their jungler, go through the wall, have our first kill with the dashes. They're out of position. Karma, even though she's a bit fast, we have her ultimate again. Try to catch the Pyke because there's no one else that we can take. Their support goes down, and overall, we're able to get a 3-for-none exchange. This is something that is super good with Talon. If you have your level 3 ult plus a lot of armor pen items, you can just burst their ADC in one combo. Our ulti is up again. Use it and catch the ADC who is out of position. Poke the Gwen with the first kill. Since we have passive onto her, we take down both carries, and even though Pyke is able to ulti us, we have Guardian Angel for that second life. Use our first skill to secure the wolves, and seeing that Kayn is chasing us down, we have our second skill for the slow. A bit late on our stasis, but in the end, we're able to get out and not give any kill to the opposing team. This is why Talon is super strong in the late game. Just spam your ulti every time. You just burst everyone else. And before going back to base, we just wanna get this red buff since the Baron is now up. With this back, we have nothing else to buy. But what I'm thinking about is going for the Cerealia's Grudge. This would give us even more armor penetration, ability haste to spam our skills more, as well as a slow on our ultimate or even our second skill. Cyril just gonna be up after this blue buff, but we're not in a rush to buy this item. If there's an opportunity to do gank, this is something that we could go for. We use our ulti, put the Karma in 1 HP. We still have Blast Cone to be able to go out, jump through the wall. Kayn, now out of position, take the fruits to get a bit of HP, and now we could look to go for another fight. Their jungler is still alive, and this is something that I wanna get rid of, because as soon as we're able to take down the Kayn, we should just win the objective fight. Even though he tries to escape with the use of the stasis, we have another rotation of our skills, and we take down their jungler. Overall, I don't know what happened. Why is it a 2-for-2 exchange? Our Echo even died, and yeah, things are a bit weird. So we'll just go back to base, and with the Elder up, this is something that we could start, but it's gonna be a bit risky. Even though they have no jungler, they have the numbers advantage. Seeing that Pyke has no more ulti, what I want to do here is try to look for a pick-off, but Karma sees me in the side. Super unfortunate, but with his Aatrox popping the ulti, we try to look for someone to catch. Zeri immediately gets to escape. Our Aatrox overextended. We use our second skill to slow the opponent. And here, we make a decision whether to start the Elder or go for a full reset. Looking at our positioning, Caitlyn is now up. The opponents are all missing. What I want to do here is try to look for a pickoff. With my teammates arriving and the opponents still no info on where they are, I try to start this objective. Maybe we could rush this before they're able to respond. Caitlyn hitting the dragon, and here they are. Perfect timing. Position my ulti, but unfortunately, their Kayn has a lot of burst damage as well. They're able to take the Elder, and this is gonna be a bit scary for us. We wanna catch the Kayn, take out his Elder buff. Overall, at least there's not much casualties. We take two of them down, so -2 Elder buffs. And with her ulti again, try to look for the Zeri, even though she has Elder. If we just burst her, yup, first kill, double attack. Gwen, tries to get the counter kill, but we just go over the ledge. So much mobility. No Elder, no problem. And with 3 members down, seeing that the Pike is on the bot side, we could just start this for ourselves and get the Baron buff. The only one is missing is their top laner. Yup, Gwen is here, but it's already too late. We take it for free. Try to poke her a bit. Burn the exhaust, and that's well worth it. Unfortunately, I think Thresh died to the Elder damage, which is something that I did not expect. All we need to do here is burn the Elder buff, as you could see in the upper right. 45 seconds left. This should give enough time for Thresh to respawn, and as soon as it expires, we could try to push their mid lane. Currently item locked already, I have nothing else to buy. As much as I want to give the farm to my teammates, I need to use this for tempo plays. 1.6k already on first strike. With my Guardian Angel up, I could play a bit more aggressively. I just need to know where their positions are. Caitlyn is taking the red buff, waiting for Thresh to also help before we do anything in the map. Gwen covers top side, which is good. And we could go for another poke play. Kayn removes her Edge of Night, which is a bit scary. And what I'm doing right now is looking for an opportunity to be able to burst one of their members. Seeing that Pyke is bot side, we take the tower, we have Baron buff. Zeri lives with 1 HP, super unfortunate. Our J gets popped, but at least we take down the Karma. If we look at the top side though, our Aatrox lost to the Gwen, so it's kinda hard to be able to end this game. But Echo does a good job taking down their Gwen. Really good stun, catching the Zeri as well, and with the Kayn the only one left, they're all down. We get an ace, and with this, we should be able to end the game in our next push. Pretty clean game. We're able to outplay a lot of the opponents, and we're able to showcase on how strong Talon can be. 97% Talon. We get Guardian 2. 12-0-7. Perfect game. 23k gold at the 21-minute mark. 46k damage dealt. Look at our Aatrox. Basically did nothing. First strike doing work. Giant Slayer as well as sudden impact. Last tip before we go. Talon's usual combo is going for the second skill ulti first. But if you're not confident that your second skill will hit, you could just go for the ultimate first skill, second skill. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed our Talon tutorial. That's it for me. Thanks for watching and peace out. Ciao, ciao. Bye.